see if it's going. Okay.
Hey, everybody. Good to see everybody. We're
Hey.
over here today. Woo!
Yeah, we're gonna try this, see how this works.
Absolutely. I think we're going to be talking a little bit about copyright and whatever else comes up. So if you have some questions, pop them in the chat. We'll, address them. I am definitely not the copyright expert, but you wish here has quite a bit of experience. So take it away, darling.
Yeah. Okay, so I know a little bit about copyright and trademark because of the crafts that I do and stuff like that.
Yes, you do.
And I'm in a trademark group too, and I read stuff that goes on in there. But anyway, let me say hey to some people. Hey, Truth. Sorry, Punch Monkey, Kate. And that's all I see on my
Hey,
end.
Michael. Hey,
Oh,
everybody.
hey, Michael. This probably won't be long because I get nervous. And if I'm at home and I'm talking to people, I know exactly what to say and how to act and stuff like that. But when I feel stupid talking to my iPad or my phone, and my husband says, "You don't feel stupid. You talk on the phone all day to your best friend. You don't feel stupid then, do you?" And I said, "Well, no, but it just feels weird." You
It does. I agree. At first, I was like, oh, panels. Oh, I don't know about that. But now look at my ass. Oh, my God. I'm everywhere.
know, me and Lori are on panel together. You know.
That's fun. Yeah, we have
Thank
fun.
you. But I guess I'll go ahead and get started because I know
Do.
Kathy's live later. But anyway, it's like we were saying on the copyright and trademark stuff. Barb did a video earlier today, and she was talking about she pulled out a mold of Baby Yoda and said that she was going to pour, make some whatever with it that she's going to make. Okay. Well, Barb, I don't know if you're listening or not, and maybe somebody will get it to you. You know, Baby Yoda is trademarked, meaning
Big time.
you can't use it for personal use or selling. It's owned by Disney, and I know for a fact they will get your ass if you mess with Baby Yoda.
Yes, they will.
I've seen it happen in a bunch of craft groups. People were making crochet dolls when he first came out. They were putting him on T-shirts and cups and just all kind of stuff. And there was a lot of ladies that got their Etsy shops shut down. Their other stores that they had on the internet shut down because of that. They will come.
Right.
But my point is,
Right.
you can't sit up there and complain and copyright strike people for using your videos with your picture that you supposedly drew because you don't want people using it without your permission. But then you're going to use Baby Yoda.
Not how that works.
Hey, no, Michael, she ain't got no Disney money, and Disney is not going to give her any type of permission to use anything. They don't give it to any. I mean, I have a Cricut, all those cut machines and stuff, all the printers and stuff that people use. Disney ain't giving me nothing.
Exactly. And now I have a question for you, if I can.
Okay.
Not long ago, I recall a gal, and it was completely innocent on her part. I think she was making tumblers.
Mm-hmm.
And she used a famous musician. I can't think of his name right now, but she used a musician's image on her Tumblr, and he didn't go after her, but his people did, because that's what they do. They have these companies that watch for copyright and strike people for it. And this poor little gal, they went after her big time and were suing her for big money. And then, finally there was a lot of backlash about it, and the singer actually became aware of it, and
Yeah.
he was horrified. He's, oh my God, I am so sorry. And he didn't mean for that, because it wasn't maliciously done on her part at all. And so he made sure that everything got reversed, and the little gal didn't, owe,
Yeah.
75, $80,000, but
Right.
that was it too, though, that they don't, just because you think it's out there, that nobody's going to see it, like a big company like Disney isn't going to notice, or Oprah's not going to notice. They do notice because they have staff that takes care of that for them.
Right. Like on Etsy, Disney hires people to go on Facebook, Etsy, any social media, Shopify accounts, and they will go through your stuff and they will get
Yeah.
you. I have
Yeah.
I've been on YouTube since 2011. I got one at the beginning of February for a concert video, The Eagles, Victim of Love. I got
Right.
yes. And because I guess the Eagles, whoever they work with, something happened, but I sure did.
Yep.
I did send a letter to they I did the little class that you have to do. It was just a few questions. It took like 2 minutes. And I mean, I knew better, you know what I'm saying? But you go online and there's thousands of concert videos. And I've been doing it for 20 years, putting videos, and I
Right.
know. So I went through and I saw there was all kind of videos from that one song. So I sent the person the what do they call it? Anti-piracy. I think that was the email that I had to send it to. And I told him, I said, look, I know I did wrong. And I've been on here for since 2011, never been in trouble, all that. I said, and I got a strike, and I don't like that. I,
Right.
and I went through and it called me a tattletale, but if I'm gonna get in trouble, everybody else gonna get in trouble. Like set of links to people who had the same video.
Right.
You know,
Right.
you can't just I don't know, but anyway, yeah, they will get you. They do have people that will come out and get you. Um,
And that wasn't a new video. That video I think had been on your channel for a little while.
years, several years.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Because I remember cruising through there and going, "Oh, cool music, yay!"
Yeah, and
And so it wasn't just put up the other day, and they
no,
saw it all of a sudden.
no. And see, I'm going to be putting up videos next. Let's see, we have a Rascal Flatts concert on the 6th of March, and
Nice.
I ain't got scared to put them up. You know,
Right.
but you go through and there's tons of videos of people who went to concerts. So I don't know what I don't know if somebody turned me in or I doubt it. Maybe they had one of those bots that just picked me up and just got
Right.
could have been that.
Right. Absolutely. And I don't think Lakira, some people say it sounds like liquor, but Lakira, hun, you don't understand the concept of copyright because you've contradicted yourself several times and said that, oh, this drawing is copyrighted. She printed off sheets that were done by AI. AI is not being, you can't copyright AI. You can't. But she doesn't understand, and that's why OLOP today's the last day for that. So she's gonna lose.
Oh my God, my
And
be at that concert nationwide on the 6th. That's yep, I'll be there.
yes, that'll be awesome.
Hey, hey.
Oh no, he's gonna be at Michael's gonna be there
Yeah,
too.
yeah,
Fun. I love that. You guys are gonna have to
yeah.
team up.
I don't know where I can't remember where we're sitting. We don't buy the real expensive seats for concerts like that because we used to. It used to be like third and fourth, fifth row. I've met Rascal Flatts twice, and been like, one time I was right on the stage, me and my girlfriend, and Joe Don bent down, grabbed my hand, girl, and put a guitar pick in my hand and closed
Oh,
my girl.
nice.
I thought them girls behind me was gonna squash me.
You're giving up the pick, madam. I love it. But
Yeah.
she doesn't realize that, good Lord, woman, you have to. It doesn't matter if you ask the Pope and show the Pope your copyright, call the copyright office. They led you astray, sweetie, because first of all, you have to have it copyrighted at the copyright office.
It,
And YouTube has to know that you have filed, once OLOP filed her counterclaim, you've got 10 days to prove to YouTube that you have a court case enacted for your copyright. And you have not done that, ma'am. So you're going to lose. And then every other one that you've copyrighted, if you don't take them back, you're going to go through the exact same thing. You're going to have egg on your face, no channel, you be unmonetized, and you will never be able to come back. And you could lose your Google privileges too.
right. See, now you can, if you draw something, or because I draw a little bit on my iPad, and
You do.
I got it working again. So hopefully I don't have to take it in and get it fixed. I think it's
Oh,
just
good.
I mean, because I don't want to pay $1,500 for another iPad. I mean, I have a smaller one, but the Air, but the one I'm on now, my Pro, it's like 12 inches, and I don't know.
They're expensive.
Yes, it's where you and my husband told me to check. He said just check, and for one with just low, what do you call it, storage on it, 256, it's like $1,500.
It's crazy.
So, and I just feel more comfortable on my bigger iPad when I draw than I do on the smaller one.
Right, right. And I mean, you take everything very seriously. I mean, you have classes that you attend, and you take your craft very seriously. And I've seen a lot of your stuff, and you're very talented as well. So that's just awesome. And it's sad though, like you said, you can't really get online and sell how you used to because of the way that people act. So that's sad. So.
Right. I keep my stuff quiet. I don't really put anything out there that where you can get stuff, because just the way stuff is now, people will just run with it. And I got my normal customers that always buys from me and stuff like that each holiday and stuff like that.
Right. Now, I'm sorry, go ahead, Sway.
I was just saying that's, I try to stay with my normal customers that know me and stuff like that.
Right, and that's smart. That's really smart. Now, Truth has an interesting question. She says, I think it's usually the publisher that holds the copyright. Is that correct?
I'm not really 100% sure on like writing and stuff like that. I know with drawing um, and logos and stuff, it's the person whoever drew it or whatever. Yeah, probably the publisher does.
Well, because that would make sense, because
Yeah.
in a lot of these books, she's not the only author in the book.
Mm-hmm.
From what I've seen, there's different contemplations to where she's just a contributor. She's not, just now there's some titles that say hers. I mean, I looked up some of her titles the other day just out of curiosity, because everybody was looking at them. And there's one about Star Trek. Bitch, you know nothing about Star Trek. Stop it. I mean, I don't even freak me out about that. So, and then she uses too, where she wants to talk about people using her drawings. I busted her dead to rights not long ago that, she thinks that she can put up a picture that she caught off a quick pick or whatever it's called, that
Yeah.
she used somebody's art, but just slightly changed it.
Right. I remember her saying that if you change something by 50%, then you can use it. No, 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 no. There is no percentage that you can change. If I got a set of Mickey Mouse ears and I color them purple and add all this to it and that, you could still tell it's Mickey Mouse ears.
Exactly.
There's no amount of percentage that you can change to make it. If it's
Right. And
the ears, or if it looks like Jelly Roll space, then you can't do it.
no. And she did. She put up this picture of, it was like a gypsy, and it was a gypsy lady, and she put created by Lakira whatever, and I'm like, wait a minute. So I reverse searched that real quick and went, oh, all she had done was she changed a few little way the fingers were, but the picture is basically the same with just a very few changes. And it Googled back to some guy that actually had drawn the picture.
I remember that.
It's like, nice try. So again, I don't know why she wants to lie about things that are so easily confirmed that she's lying about.
Right. I don't either. I don't know why she lies. Just like she said that the guy at the copyright office. And what gets me is when she starts talking about these people that she's talked to, she can carry on a whole conversation that she had with the person and tell you everything they said.
And it's creepy because they don't exist.
Right. But she tried to say that the guy at the copyright office told her that the Akira 55 was copyrighted. Wrong. Ain't nobody from there going to tell you that. Because first of all,
No way. I mean, if that was true, I mean, come on. How many, actors and actresses have same names or similar names? And, no, you just can't do that. It's not feasible. And, I remember, somebody brought this up not long ago, that it was one of the Kardashians tried to, copyright a phrase or a name or something. They're all like, huh? No. You can't do that. What are you talking about? So Barb, you're embarrassing yourself yet again, but you're tormenting innocent people
Hmm.
that don't deserve this, all because of why? Everything's about you. I think you're on a power trip that you have to
Yep.
feel important, or, that you are knower of all and everything else. You're just embarrassing yourself. And I'm sorry, Wolf, you're just as culpable as she is in my book.
Like she tried to say that she was diamond painting before it became diamond painting. Bitch, no, you wasn't.
That's a good one.
Or like
Oh my
the
goodness.
that she does, like when Ann does her tumblers, and um, Barbara's talking about that day. She said, "Well, we used to do that back in, I think she said, the '70s or something like that." She said, "But you put it in a dishwasher and the paint would come off." Well, of course, you're not supposed to put tumblers in the dishwasher anyway. It
No. And
still, but I mean,
right. And it was kind of cute too, because every now and then I would pop over and watch. This was a while back, before I really knew everybody that well. And hey, Katie, good to see you, sweetie. I would pop over to watch Dusty and Ann, and I watched Ann make some of her tumblers.
yeah,
I
she
was just enthralled. I'm like, oh my God, look
did
at that. That's amazing. They're beautiful.
a
And
lot of
and it's like, yes. And I'm like, wow, that's what real shit looks like, you know? And
yeah.
I mean, I've seen your stuff behind the scenes too. And I'm like, oh my gosh, this is amazing. But yes, so no, I mean, the stuff that she pushes that she's trying to sell, I'm sorry. And it's
It's
my opinion. I can have it. As her stuff looks like something that the kids would get a kit for at Dollar Tree.
like the dragons and the crosses she was showing last night and selling.
Oh,
What do you do with those?
I don't
I mean,
know.
I know when I do crafting stuff, there's a purpose. You can use it as a cup, or you can wear it, or a keychain, or a bracelet, or stuff like that, or the ATCs and stuff.
There's a purpose.
There's a purpose for
There's a purpose for it.
what do you do
Oh,
with damn dragons
I mean,
and those skull heads? I mean,
right.
that is a paperweight, but I
Well,
don't.
yeah, I guess. And like Dusty, when we all watched Dusty open that package that she got from her.
Right.
And the coasters and everything. Okay, she's like, okay, they're coasters. She asked for, I think, hummingbirds. And out of the coaster she got, one had a hummingbird on it. And she's kind of looking at him and like, okay, there were some flaws, but she was, letting that go, because she goes, well, these were free, which was nice of her to do, and I appreciated that. And then she got to the package that she was so excited for, and that was something she paid for her to do. And it
Yeah.
was a carousel. And she got it out of the box, and she was just like, oh, you could clearly hear her disappointment. She wasn't mean about it. She wasn't nasty at all. But
Right.
she showed the flaws. She was like, well, I wasn't really expecting this. The colors weren't what she asked for. And then when you held it up, the carousel was warped. It was crooked. And, Lakira tried to lie about that so badly. She's,
Yeah.
well, it was the heat. If you just warm it up with this or whatever. And it's like, no,
Oh
that's
no,
not how that works.
I don't know about that because I've got some keychains that I made uh, using resin, and I've left them out in the sun. They've not done anything. But that's
Well, and
anything.
you wouldn't think that just having it shipped from point A to point B would have it, and it wasn't off just a little bit. It was embarrassing. I mean, the thing was like wonky.
You probably
And we're all like, Dusty, sweetheart, did you pay her to do that? She's like, yes, $20. So it's like, oh my God, bless your heart, you know? So, her pushing, she's got boxes and boxes of this junk that she keeps buying herself. My theory, and in my opinion, she buys all this stuff off of Amazon because she can't stop herself.
right.
And then she tries to push this stuff off. And, maybe people have bought from her and been happy. Me, no. I'm sorry. I'm not buying nothing from you, because it looks like I said, that the kits you would go to the Dollar Tree that my handicapped nephew would put together.
Exactly. It looks awful. It just looks
It
awful.
does. It really does. And that's our opinions, and we can have them.
Like when she gets the diamond paintings, she always complains there's never enough diamonds. Well, quit buying them from Timu. Quit buying the cheap ones from Timu.
Exactly.
They
Exactly.
bought 3 from Timu. They were crap. I bought some off Amazon. The canvases and stuff are real stiff and stuff like that. Of course, you can go on there and get them for $5, $10, $3, whatever. But I go through Diamond Art Club, and I know it's people's gonna think I'm crazy, but I pay $50 to $75 to $100 for one diamond painting.
Exactly, because it's decent quality, and you know that and then the old adage still exists. Come on. You get what you paid for.
I mean, with Diamond Art Club, you get, I mean, the diamonds and stuff are just the best you can get.
Right.
Canvas is like butter. I mean, it's so smooth, it's silky, like it's real. I mean, it's real nice. You have a lifetime warranty on the painting. So if the diamonds fall off, they'll replace the diamonds. If you lose your diamonds, they'll replace them. It's worth the money. I have
Right.
about
Katie's a fan too. She said she's in the diamond club,
yeah,
the diamond club, the diamond painting club too.
I'm waiting right now for one to come back in stock so I can buy it. It was $59, but I just, it's an Easter one, but it was out of stock. So I'm just waiting. I have about 15, 16, somewhere along of the diamond painting ones. Now I have a bunch of just the regular diamond paintings that come from like Amazon. Because when I first started doing it, I was in this group on Amazon, not Amazon, but Facebook. And you could put your like a wish list. Girl, I woke up one day and had 20 diamond paintings sitting on my front steps where people had
Oh
seen.
wow, how cool.
Yeah. I'm going here in a little bit, going to order me a, they call it a turned pen. What you do is you buy like a block, excuse me, of color or whatever, and it's mixed and it might have stuff in it. And then they take it and print it on a turner, and you pick what shape you want, stuff like that. And it's
Ooh.
about $60 for one pen,
Oh wow.
But like I have two that I got the other day, and I paid like 18 for one, and another one was in a kit, and they're really nice too. But I see Barb uses those little tiny pink pens that come with it. And I'm not bashing anybody that uses the cheaper stuff. My mom did, I did in the beginning. But I'm spoiled. Once I get used to something, that's it. That's what I'm going to the best that I can.
Right. Exactly. And it's what you want to invest in it is to what you get out of it. So it just makes sense to, use a little bit better product in the end.
Yeah.
And, like nails, we were talking about nails behind the scenes. Oh my goodness.
Those
So,
all this last night or this morning, if you get those nails done in the shop today, I'm going to say at least 120, 25, maybe even 150.
oh, easy. Yeah, easy.
I go
And,
every weeks, and I go anywhere from $55 to $93. It
and
just
I
depends.
am so lucky. I am so lucky
No,
because
I'm
I have nails. So I do my own nails and do my own, painting. And, every now and then I'll go get, Aveda has, lots of little places around here where I am at. And I get like what the mani and the pedi is, and I just get that because it's not that expensive.
not.
And I'll treat myself to that every now and then. But for the most part, I'm so lazy. I just do it myself, which I'm glad I can do that because it is so expensive.
I'm
I'm
just
just happy to go get highlights and stuff.
no. When I get my hair done, it's at least $200 just for my hair.
Oh, I know. I mean, it's crazy. And my hair is just maybe, I'm starting to go down, my back pretty good. It's past my boobs.
Mm-hmm.
And if I go and just get basic, I don't even get it cut.
Mm-hmm.
I have another gal that cuts my hair, and I have a colorist that does the coloring. And so just to get the grays covered up and maybe some highlights, I paid like $80 last time, and that's been a while.
Yeah,
So, and that one, everybody's like, "Oh, that's cheap," you
yeah.
know.
It's
So,
with the tip and everything. It's right at 200 when I get, like when I get mine done, and that's. But she cuts it and she'll color it and stuff like that. But that's still expensive, and I had to keep up with it every 4 to 6 weeks because my gray starts coming through.
Girl, I'm telling you, I do not know mine does.
right around my face and my ear. Lord have mercy.
I know.
And it's like I'm 2 weeks behind on my nails because I haven't felt good. And I'm going this week to get them done. And I'm looking probably close to $80 just to get them done. But I do it
Right.
every 3 weeks. You know.
And you posted a picture behind the scenes and they were absolutely lovely. I loved the Valentine's theme. It was really cute.
Yeah. I wish I could grow my nails. I'll get them. They'll start getting looking good, and everything. And I'll say, okay, well, I'm gonna go in and get a manicure while they're looking real good. And right before I get ready to go get my manicure, 3 will break on this hand and 2 will break on this hand. I was fuck it, just
It does get and it was so cute because if I break one, one of my friends will go, "Oh, you broke a nail." I'm like, "Yeah." They grow back. That's really cool thing about nails is they grow back, you know? And
right.
well, they're like, well, you're lucky. Your nails are like really hard and decent and healthy. And but I've been complaining this past season because I seem to do really good. Now they're long. People would look at them now and go, oh God, those are daggers,
Yeah.
but I usually have a little bit longer than what I do now. But mine have really been, getting right down to where my finger meets the cuticle and they crack. They're, and it's like, oh man, it cracked right there. Because then everybody knows removing that. It's ouch. So because it's still attached to the
Well,
quick.
like
And
November. I'm sorry. Go ahead, finish.
oh, no, 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 it's fine. I just was like, I'm just, I've had a lot of issues this season with being brittle and them breaking and way more than they normally do.
Right. Yeah, mine get real brittle. It's weird. But remember, back in November when I fell and I broke my shoulder. Well, I'm sitting in the emergency room. My husband's in there. My in-laws are sitting in there with me. And I look at my hand. I said, well, at least I didn't break a damn nail.
I know, isn't that crazy?
Now,
It's like, oh my God.
want to know how my are doing, And did you get?
I know. Because all you did was just take a misstep.
Yes, that's all I did was take a misstep. Yes, and that was it. And my orthopedic was wanting me to go in this past Thursday again and do X-rays. I said, look, I'm not getting X-rays done every damn 6 weeks.
It gets old after a while. It really does. It's like,
Funny,
oh,
canceled it, but I mean, he says, well, you need to go to PT and stuff like that. I don't want to go to PT. You
well,
know,
and the bad thing about PT is it's so expensive. Insurance covers it, but they only cover so many sessions.
exactly. And
And
and I'm still paying doctor bills from my insurance covered most of for my gallbladder. That thing was $87,000. Don't get your gallbladder taken out, y'all.
girl, hubby just had a procedure done, and the bill was, thank God for insurance. I told him, I said, I hope you're sitting down.
Oh
$99,000.
my god.
I know. I was like, holy shit.
Well, my
So,
you know
geez, I can't even imagine. No, no, no. And, I did the same thing though when I tore my rotator cuff. They're like, oh, well, you're right on the verge. You should probably repair it, but, you can do this physical therapy too. And I'm like, surgery, yeah, okay, I'll do the physical therapy. But, they want you to go like, every day.
yeah.
And it's like, dude, I can't, I'm not gonna waste all my physical therapy treatments on just this. What if I need it for my back, or what if I need it for my Achilles tendon? I just might need more stuff. And so I have a great therapist. I absolutely adore him. But he showed me most of the stuff I could just do it at home. And I went twice a week.
Yeah. Well, that's what I've been doing at home, because I can't, I've gotten to where I can lift it a little bit over my head now, but not like I can on my right side.
Right, exactly. Yes.
Yeah,
And as long as you keep moving it, because you definitely don't want that shoulder to freeze up. Whoo, no.
I was scared of the last time I went because he was making me do different things in the office. And he said, you're getting close to a frozen shoulder. I said, well, I don't want that.
No, you don't, because that's a whole different duck. Ugh.
Yeah.
So, and that's why I had to tell hubby too, because he has arthritis in his neck really bad. And what can they really do for it? There's really not much they can do for it. And now if it's getting to where it's, pinching and stuff and different nerves. They can, shave some of that, the vertebrae down a little bit and make it a little more comfortable. But, he's just like, no, because he's another surgery. He's like, I don't want to have surgery, but I don't have to. And so he went to the same physical therapist and they got him back in shape. And, he really can tell if he doesn't do his exercises, because he was a total naysayer. He says physical therapy is not going to work. I said, just give it a try, honey. You never know. And so he went and did, at first he had a very closed mind and he went and did it. And he was amazed afterwards. He goes, when he finished his physical therapy, he's like, wow, I'm really amazed this worked. And this is keeping me out of surgery.
Michael, just see what.
I'm going to start a health insurance company. Look at all these potential clients. No doubt. You'd be doing better with the physical therapy. With some old broads here. It's like, Jesus. Where you can really make the money, Michael, is, this old broad, if there's a lot of snow or doing anything like that. I mean, come on. This is somebody who used to sled, snowmobile, do ice skate. You do name it for the winter sports. We loved it. Hey, I had a rear-wheel drive car on purpose. We'd be out doing donuts in the parking lots and shit. Now it's just like, honey, will you drop me off at the store? Because I'm not about to bust my ass in the parking lot. So you do better taking the elderly ladies shopping, honey.
And when we go through the parking lot and stuff now, my husband's like, watch out for that curb, because I was coming out of a hospital and I just hit the parking. What's that thing called when you pull up the parking?
Yeah, the little cement stopper thing. Yeah,
I tripped over that.
I know.
I was going down as it was, and I was like, I could see myself going. I was like, fuck.
Oh, I know. It's crazy because we just went on a little hike. And, we're trying to stay extra healthy and because this is during COVID and we're trying to stay out there and walk, and we will go to our favorite park and walk. And I just wasn't paying attention and I just stumbled. And I got my forward momentum was too much to stop me. Absolutely. I saw my husband's arm come out because he was like trying to grab me to keep me from going down. And I knew I was going down. So I'm like, okay, what do I want to hit? The knee that needs a knee replacement? I'm not hitting this damn shoulder. So I just kind of tucked and rolled a little bit. So, and I got up and he goes, are you okay? Do you want me to carry you to the car? I'm like, aren't you just so sweet? But no, as long as nobody saw me, I'm fine. So we just kind of, finished, dusted off and, finished up my walk and, but I'm like, geez, we're out here just getting some exercise and fall over shit. It's like, damn.
Well, at least mine happened in the hospital. They come and pick me up, put me in a wheelchair and just wheeled me across the parking lot.
Exactly. So I am, if the weather is bad or not, I am just a little crybaby bitch. I'm like, and if you see me walking, I'm like, just little steps. Anybody gets too close to me, I'm like, stop it. Don't get any closer to me. No, you're going to knock me down. Don't do it. And here's, a woman that's walked, 100 million pound dogs.
Right.
I've been drugged by a dog before, it's like, damn. And everybody's like, let go. I'm like, no, I can't let go. It's in the contract. I'm getting drugged down the road. So, I am past the days where everybody's like, this a couple summers ago, like, you're going to go water skiing. I'm like, no, no, because I will know the next day I'll wake up and my body will be going, why did you do that? So no, I mean, no, the most I would go snowmobiling or something. Cause that's, you just get your sled going and you're just going down the road. That's fine. But no, anything else these days. Yeah. Nope. I'm a total little tiny stepper and making sure my ass don't go nowhere. Cause nope.
I saw this morning on TikTok and it was a woman doing exercises and I can't remember the name of it. I'll have to find it, send it to you, but it's called Naughty Girl, something. Some of the exercises them women was doing, they was popping their butt out in the air and all kind of stuff. And if I tried to do one of those, I'd break both hips.
Girl, it's so funny. My husband, we're at the gym, and to me, I'm just gonna, because I used to have a treadmill here at home, and I'm like, it was taking up too much space, so I just got rid of it. And I've got my gym membership, so I'll go walk on the treadmill at the gym. I don't care. Plus, they have a hot tub, so I'm like, yes, I'm good. And so we were at the gym, and he's like, "What the hell is that thing?" And it was the elliptical.
Mm-hmm.
And I can't really, I don't no matter. The swing ones are a little better, but the ones, just the regular ones, just tear my knees up. It hurts so bad. So I just don't do those. But I said, honey, get on that elliptical and take a size off your ass in 10 minutes.
Yeah. I bought a house. It was like a bike. You could sit down and ride it, or you could stand up and elliptical. My knees couldn't handle it. I
Yeah,
sold it.
I couldn't either. Mm-mm. Nope.
Sit down for like a minute, and I felt like I was dead.
Girl, I'm telling, I wasn't lying to him. I said, that elliptical will take a size off your ass in 10 minutes. I ain't
Yeah.
lying.
Yes. It was rough.
And what was so cute, because, our gym has all kinds of different varieties of, classes you can join. They got the spin classes and, the Zumba class, and, they have different intermediate, which is funny too, because, I'm in the little junior Zumba class, it's not that bad. They don't get, because we've sat and watched it, because we're like after the experience Zumbas, right? And we stand there and watch those classes finish up, and I'm just like, I would die in 5 minutes. No, it's a good thing I'm in the junior Zumba. So not even. Oh no. So yeah, we have fun. But yeah.
I want
Yes,
to.
you could do the fine work of finding dentures, Michael. That would work. Katie's got some good ideas. Run with it.
But anyway, so thank you, Barb. She said that the guy too from the copyright office, told her that her name that she uses on YouTube was copyrighted, but it's not true, because if she's using her name like as a business, it's called a brand, so it would be like a logo, and it would have to be trademarked.
Exactly. And don't you have to, you would have to pay
Yeah.
for the logo, but then you have to tell them everything you're going to put it on.
Yes. Yes. If say that her business name or anything that she wanted to trademark or copyright, she would have to list it on each thing. Like if she did dragons, she would have to list that she was going to use for dragons. If she was going to put it on cups, keychains, those bracelets, cord bracelets she makes, where she has to list each item that she would make. If she's going to color toilet paper and sell it, then she has to list toilet paper on the list.
Right, right. And most often, I would assume that each thing you have to copyright, each group would have a fee, a fine, a
Um,
cost.
I think so, but I'm not exactly sure. Like each item, you know what I'm saying? Because there was this one girl, she in the crafting world, she trademarked a oh, what was it said? It was raising tiny humans or something is exhausting, and she had to list everything that thing was going on. I mean, she had a whole list of stuff that went on, because a lot of people was trying to use it, and she would send you a letter telling you to stop right then, or you was going to hear, more about it.
Exactly.
So you would have to go through her list and see what she didn't have on her list. Just say she didn't have a shoebox, you could put that thing on a shoebox.
Right.
T-shirts, you couldn't put it on a t-shirt. And wasn't Bar kicked off Etsy or something also?
I, that's what that rumor has it. Yeah, I have no idea if that was true or not, because people were telling her, so I'm amazed that we've been having to deal with her since last December too. It's like, oh my God, not this December, but the one freaking
Yeah.
before. Fuck. And so, we've had, to deal with her for quite some time. And she claimed at one, because people were like, why don't you go sell other places like Facebook Marketplace, or she'd never qualify for Poshmark, or Merkai or something like that. And she's mentioned Etsy, but she said she was no longer on Etsy, so she alluded that she was asked to not be on there anymore. So if,
Yeah.
you can't even make it on Etsy, yeah, no.
Yeah. If she
So
and was kicked off of Etsy, um, it's probably because she was selling something she wasn't supposed to.
now that wouldn't surprise me at all. Elizabeth, hi, sweetheart. Bring me in some of those boobies, girl. Oh, I have a fondness. I have this thing. Elizabeth's my girl crush. Besides that, her and Olaf,
Yeah.
she's my girl crush. So I have to play with Elizabeth's boobies every Friday night at Hatman's.
Oh my God.
I do. I do. I love her boobies. I love her.
Oh
So
Lord.
she's so sweet. She has the joke behind that is Hatman plays a cute little um gal that's it's you could touch my boobies. So
Yeah.
that's where that has come from. And so I've always teased her about that. And so but I
I,
think I'm one of the few people that's privileged.
I know I can be watching Hat Man and he'll show those videos with the boobs and the ass and stuff. And my husband's like, what in the hell are you watching?
I husband did the same thing. He's like, wow, what am I missing? I'm like, well, too bad for you, Mr. Man.
He'll,
So, oh no. He goes, I'm going to have to watch over your shoulder a little more often.
that's what my husband says. He will come up behind me and stand and watch because he'll hear the music and he'll walk over.
Right. Right. And then of course he'll get like a Jason Momoa or a Chris
Hmm.
Hemsworth and he'll be like, I'm like, hey, equal opportunity tits or ass, honey.
I wonder if
I said I
Rob,
can always rewind it and show you the butts, but
the one girl's got on the red one, the one that everybody likes so much.
Oh, I love that red bra.
Where that one come from?
Girl, and there is one gal on there. She's got just jet black hair. Her complexion is just beautiful. She usually wears like this emerald green bra. I'm
Uh,
too busy looking at her and the bra, and it's like, oh my god, she's just absolutely stunning.
I know.
So
We'll be out sometimes, and like at I don't know, like at the just out and about. And I was like, "Damn, did you see that ass on her?" And he's like, "What?"
I'm an equal opportunity as well. I mean, I don't swing that way, never have, but I can appreciate it.
Right. If
Because
she's got,
if there's a good looking guy, I'm going to be like, wow, that's a good looking guy. And if there's a beautiful woman, I'm going to go, wow, she is gorgeous. Nice rack, darling. So
yeah,
yes,
exactly.
yes,
But it's,
yes, Elizabeth with the green. Yes.
I'll have to watch it. Maybe he'll show it again.
Yeah, I mean, every now and then, it just kind of depends on what donos come up. And I think he tries to keep it fresh. He adds new ones,
Yeah.
and that kind of stuff. And I do believe that they have put their link up for the Discord. And
Mm-hmm.
I don't say it weird, Discord. They put the link in there for 12 hours that if you want to join the Discord, you can, and
Yeah.
you'll end up in a little welcome room, just so you
Yeah.
know.
I'm
And
there.
are
Mm-hmm.
you in? Are you in there already?
Yeah.
And I am too. I
When they
joined a while back.
yeah,
So
put it out and was opened it up. Yeah.
yes. And you can get a preview of his dancers actually in the Discord. How do I say that? As they not silhouetted, let's put it that way, I guess. You can get a preview of his those weekly dancers that aren't silhouetted, and you can get whatever you want to see. So, but yeah, it's awesome. They're a lot of fun, and
Yeah.
I think we've made people jealous along the way a little bit because we've wandered away from other people and went
Yeah.
towards those guys because they're a lot of fun. And I have to say, even, like with Big Al,
Mm-hmm.
everything that she's put us all through, we've met some really awesome people out of the deal.
Yes, we have. Mm-hmm.
And same with, the Barbeast.
Mm-hmm.
We have met some really awesome people
Right.
because, it may have been, I kind of was lurking Candy a couple times and saw her talking about her. I'm like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to check this out. But I saw it more with Olap. Olap started covering her first
Yeah.
and then get swamped. And I'm like, oh, wow, so, and then I really saw what she was all about. And the more I saw, the more I hated it. And I'm like, oh my God, this woman is just too much.
Well,
And so, but yeah, and then we got introduced to Emma and Hatman, and they're just an absolute hoot. They
yeah.
really are a lot of fun. They're a fun crowd, and we have a good time, and that's what it's all about.
I found Emma and Hatman. It's been a while. They were covering Carly.
Oh, okay, cool.
That's that. And I think I found them through what's that? Truthfully, Trisha and the people that she was arguing with, Jeremy's mom or somebody like that.
Right.
think that's how I found Emma. And then, I started following her, and then she would post stuff about follow her fiance and stuff like that. So I told her I did, and he would cover Carly. And I don't know if you ever watched her, but Lord have mercy.
I think I did for a little while, but again, everybody's like, "Do you watch this person? Do you watch this person?" I'm like, no, I have enough trouble keeping up with the wackos I have to watch. So God, I depend on you guys to give me the dirt inside and go, "Oh Lord, help me!" Like that one chick, Love Notes from TLC. Oh Lord, help me.
I just can't get into her.
She and no, with her history with animals, and no, she's a big no for me.
Oh,
So
if I got
yeah.
doing that, like I said, like I told you guys, I know a lady. She's like a private detective, and when all the stuff that went on with Cassie when we got her, um, she had me on her podcast one night telling the story and stuff, and there was, I don't know how many people was listening to it, but she's from Florida, and she knows a lot of people through the different humane societies,
Right.
and that's with her help and some others. That's how we got the guy that we got Cassie from shut down.
Good for you, because what you guys went through with Cassie was
Yeah.
criminal on his part.
Yes, and he just all he got was he had to surrender any animals he had. Well, they finally like busted him because he had a small pet shop, and plus he was running stuff from home. And when we went and got Cassie, they were playing Christian music and had candles lit, and they were just as sweet as they could be. And now that I sit and think about it, there were some red flags, but you never pay attention to those. But then she was sick like 2 days later, but and then we went like a year before we could get him shut down. And when they shut him down at his house, they busted him. I called my husband screaming and hollering, "They got him! They got him!"
Aw.
There was it was all on the news. He had over 300 animals between his house and his little shop.
Oh
And
my God.
yes, turkeys, rabbits, dogs, cats, goats, all kind of stuff. And
Oh.
um, the dogs, the thing that really got it was there was a lady that worked for him, and she went on vacation, or he did. He went on vacation. He said, "Go feed the animals," and she went into this like pole barn or whatever. And there was cages of little dogs stacked on top of each other, and there was maggots in the cages from where they had been,
Oh gosh. Oh.
and they were hot. It was in August the 13th, and they come and shut him down. But anyway, there was freezers that were unplugged that had dead animals in it, puppies and stuff. And
Oh.
for the ones that don't know, Cassie's a parvo survivor. We got her like on a Tuesday. She started feeling bad like Thursday or Friday, and by Saturday morning she was, showing all the symptoms. I called my vet. He said take her to the emergency clinic. We did, and I mean within seconds that test was positive for parvo.
Oh.
8 days in the ER cost me
Yeah,
like
what you guys went through and the cost. Wow.
made my. I had another pug at the time too, and she got sick. She got like some kind of bacteria infection from it. You know, so I've got Cassie in the ER on a Saturday night, and at 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm taking Annabelle in, and two animals sick at the same. So between both of them, it was $10,000. But we took him to, we tried to take him to court. We could get him here in Ohio. I forgot what they call it. He had promised us something goods or something, but you could sue him for like 3 times the amount that you spent. So we were suing
Right.
$30,000, and we had a lawyer. At first, we couldn't find a lawyer, and then we found this lady. She just popped up one day, and I don't know. It was like something told me to call her, and I did. And she worked with SeaWorld
Oh
animals.
wow.
Yeah. Well, we started going through it and everything, and then she says, "Well, my law firm won't let me do it because there's really nothing in it for them because he has nothing." And so we went a couple months without hearing anything, and then she just called me one day. And she said, "Look, I'm just going to take this on myself."
Oh.
There was like 15 or 20 of us met up with her and had a big meeting at the library and everything. And she was getting ready to, start taking what do you call them, depositions
Right.
of us and stuff. And she was taking one of one lady that bought a dog that survived too. And he started talking about me and my husband, and she was like, I don't even want you talking about them, you know. But anyway, long story short, she dropped out because her brother got real sick or something. I don't remember. And then COVID hit. It just went all to hell. But he went to court and everything. They can't own any animals except a couple that they had, and they had to be, fixed to where they couldn't have any babies. They were on, I think, a 5-year probation. They can't go out of the county, all kind of stuff. They kind of got a slap on the wrist.
Right.
But, we keep up with him, and if we see anything, we think he's selling them again, then we call it Humane Society. I mean, I'll have to send you some links. It was on the news. My husband was on the news. Cassie was on the news because of it. It was a huge deal. And that's why she's my baby, because she went through so much. I mean, I was telling my husband the day, I said, we didn't even really get to enjoy the puppy life with her in the
No. Yeah.
beginning, but she's fine now.
She sure is, and she is adorable. How did the contest go? I was kind of in and out for a little while, and I knew the last I knew she was in 5th
She was
place.
fifth in her group, and there was 86 dogs in her group. And
See, that's awesome. She is so pretty.
she
Oh.
finished fifth, but then she didn't make it to the top of her group, so that knocked her out. But there's another pug in it that made it, and his name is Waffle, so we're voting for him. But she's in the calendar, and I've got a couple other ones I might enter. And I can't. I know people say, well, why don't you talk about goat, or why don't you put goat in contest? Well, goat won't let me take a picture that much.
She's a finicky girl.
Yes. We were joking last night because she's part Chihuahua, and she's a terrier, and with the stuff going on, people getting deported and stuff. I said, made a joke about goat's not going to say she's a Chihuahua anymore. She might get deported.
And see, what is people have no sense of humor anymore either, which I think is hilarious. It's just like if you can't dish it out, or if you can't take it, don't dish it. Come on. And jeez. Hey, Ann.
Yeah, yeah, Michael, we saw that guy last night.
Oh, yes. Oh my goodness. Don't get me started on
And y'all
him.
know that's her boyfriend. Y'all know.
Thank you. He doesn't lay like a playmate on a mattress with no sheet for nothing. Come on.
Siri, our puppy mills, I hate to say it like this, because if you say it around, usually around here, people say, oh, you're racist against some people. But I'm not. It's the Amish. I don't know if you know what the Amish are here, but those are the ones that usually run the puppy mills.
Yes, they do.
Mm-hmm.
Sadly enough.
Yeah. And we used to go up there. We didn't know any better. I'm so gullible at times, on stuff, and because when we bought Cassie, I never thought that a dog breeder, because I thought he bred her, I didn't know, would sell a sick puppy.
Right.
We found out, that he was going up to the Amish community, buying a bunch of puppies and bringing them down. Some of them were sick. Once parvo's in your house, it's in your house for a long time.
Yep. Yes, it is.
But yeah, the Amish are pretty bad. And because I said something on Facebook about it one time, they were talking about Amish in a news site or something. And I said that the Amish, they run the puppy mills. And
they're horrible to their animals.
right. They treat they treat all their animals the same. Cats, dogs, they're just like livestock. They don't care.
That's exactly true.
And I got in trouble on Facebook because I said that the Amish, was running puppy mills, and I thought it was trashy of them to do that. I got put in time out for 12 hours. Yeah.
That's well, and it's sad too because it's just I'm not going to go into how I know, but it's just no, they're they're very very strange people. Mennonites are a lot kinder to their animals and a lot more
Yeah.
I don't know how to say decent people, but and I'm sure there's some very nice Amish people out there that maybe are different and break the mold, but I haven't seen one yet. So
we're just a few hours from from Amish country up here, and we used to go all the time, especially in the fall, because They have all these shops you can go shopping in, and great food to eat, and the cheese shops and stuff. Because my husband loves baby Swiss cheese, and you get it fresh, you know.
Oh
But
yeah.
once we went through that with her, he said, "I'll never give him my money again."
I don't blame him.
So we don't.
I don't blame him a bit. I mean, you know, it is what it is, and it's sad that it has to even come to that, but no,
Yeah.
no, I don't blame you because they, it's
That
not
attorney,
nice.
she was gonna go. She was tracing it back to where Cassie came from, and she was gonna have them shut down too. She said it'll take a lot, but like I said, she worked for SeaWorld. Something I don't remember exactly what it was, what she did, something about with their animals or something, and that was her. That's what she loved to do, was work with people that had gotten abused animals and stuff. She was for,
Oh, that's awesome.
and her brother got sick or something happened to him. I don't remember what it was, but like my husband said, the guy that done it, and because there was a bunch out of like 15 or 20 people that I knew of that I spoke to, because we had a group going, and I was printing out their stories and pictures and stuff. Um, there was only maybe like two animals that survived, and
Yeah.
it was one of them. And it's that's why I'm real protective of her too. I mean, come on, I got a $10,000 dog laying over
Like when we
there.
adopted, and and you do it, it's sometimes it's not, we adopt, from this one rescue, and she's retired now, but she would do anything she could, and with limited funds, with limited facilities, and we adopted two of our boys from them, and out of the litter of five, only our two survived.
Yeah.
And we went to the vet with one little man, and he's beautiful. I put him behind the scenes before. He's just he's a rag doll with different buff color points on a white body with those big stunning blue eyes.
Oh yeah.
And we teased that he went to the vet one time, twice in one day. It was
Oh,
like, for breathing and seizures. It's like, oh my god, we called him the one hit wonder because he had seizures for one day and that was it.
oh my goodness.
Had water around his heart for 2 days and that was it.
Or
And the vet was just like, wow, this is really weird. I've never really seen anything like this. And he's old school. He retired. I cried when that man retired because we had him for 30 years. I absolutely just adored the man. But we would bring him home and we spent probably like $500 within the first month. And my husband looked at him and goes, well, you paid for your pedigree, sir.
oh,
Oh no.
it's
Oh,
that's like all these people that get these dogs and cats and stuff. You know who I'm talking about. A couple of them on it. Well, all of them that we talk about, really.
yeah.
They don't take them dogs to the vet like they should.
No, please.
Oh
So
my.
I don't care what they say. The bitch got in trouble for it. She should that's just one thing. That's another thing. And be sure and see us because we're, Gloria and I are going live later. And poor thing, I'm, I'm making her do it because she's so tired of reacting to her. But I'm like, nope, I've got a few things to say.
Oh,
And
good.
it is going to be a little bit different of approach because, I'm in a pretty good laid back mood right now.
Yeah.
But no, she got in trouble for it. There's another one who just lies to lie, that thinks nobody's going to notice, that she wants to attack everybody for you don't know me in my personal life. Well, bitch, you sure don't know me.
No, was either, but it didn't stop her from saying my husband had Down syndrome and that we were, what did she call us?
Which
Hill
time?
Hill Jacks or something. She's on a date with the house elf, and she's live streaming, calling me and my husband Hill Jacks.
Exactly.
What the?
And it's like, huh? And well, and she goes, well, you want to talk about the past, bitch. Yesterday's not the past.
Right. That's like here, like she can talk about us today. And if we don't watch it because she deletes it or whatever, but somebody tells us about it or what, we're not allowed to respond the next day
Right.
because it's
Right.
day.
Well, and her listen to me. Well, you asked me to, so now I'm going to.
And just a warning
So
for all there that think you can run your mouth in the middle of the night. I've learned how to record videos, honey. So you never know when I might be up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
I know. Exactly. Yeah. A lot of us have gotten that gift lately. So
Right?
yeah, I know. I was proud of myself. Hey, I was proud when I learned to tweet. Uh, and,
Hey,
and so
Debbie.
there were some technical issues, and I'm like, I got it, I got it, I got it, I did it. So I was
Yeah,
shocked. I'm like, woo! Hey, Debbie, good to see you, sweetie.
yeah.
But
Big used to say
it's
that Debbie was
go
the
ahead.
same a while back. She used to say me and Debbie was one and the same.
I know. It's just
No,
like,
we're
oh my
not.
God. No, you're not. You're not one and the same. And they can spin this shit all they want. And and I know a lot of people are like, why are you even bothering? Well, there's a few reasons why I'm going to bother. And who knows, after that, we might find somebody else to, talk about. But, she wants to say that, I'm evil and we've done evil things to all these people. Prove it. That's all I've ever said is prove it.
Prove
And
it.
she can't.
I've
She can't.
never wished death on anybody. I've never said anything terrible about anybody's kids. Have I talked about somebody's kids by bringing them up? If you want to say that's talking about them, I mean, I didn't say anything bad about them.
Well, exactly.
You know,
And she wants to say, oh, it's the past, the past. Well, as I was having my morning cup this morning, I had a few minutes. And so I was at Other Lives last night, and I was surprised she left it up. And because if she doesn't leave it up, I don't really give a shit. I don't even hardly even listen to it. Um, but I did skim through part of it to where, she wants to say her readings aren't about anybody in particular. Well, then don't make them about people in particular. Ma'am, you had a little Freudian slip in your live last night when you were talking about a Libra,
mm-hmm.
which we all know her ex is a Libra. And she goes into this, there's no cards in front of her or anything. She just goes into this big tirade about why, and she's hung up on this guy,
I
which
think.
why? Why? Isn't she supposed to be with her house elf for anywhere from 14 to 18 years, depending on what day she says?
Oh, she's just with him probably because he gives her what little bit of money he gets from door dashing or whatever.
Something, because it is whatever, but boy, she is hung up on him. And she's, well, you could have had this, you could have had that. And it's like, honey, have you not noticed that he don't care? And why do you? Because aren't you supposed to be in a committed, loving relationship with your house elf?
I was shocked. She started bringing him up on panel and stuff like that. I was, if I brought one of my exes up on panel, I'd be divorced. My husband would.
Girl, amen. Mine would have been looked at me going, really?
Uh-huh.
So, but last night she is going off on this tangent about a Libra having to sleep on somebody's couch. And then she goes off into this big tangent about their grandmother. And she goes, if it weren't for me, and I'm like, well, I thought this was just a general reading to some Libra.
Carlos is her uncle.
Exactly, Castle. So, so she's going off about that weird shit. And I'm like, what do you mean if it wasn't for you that your grandma would do this or that? Is that a Freudian slip, is it, ma'am?
Mhm.
So yeah, you're just talking about shit. And again, I've criticized this before and I will do it again because it's my opinion and I can. When a tarot reader reads their cards, the camera is on them
Mm-hmm.
and the cards are placed in front of them.
Yeah.
They shuffle the deck in front of everyone and
Mhm.
get the cards. Girl, you've got so many kitty Timu decks behind the scenes that you shuffle through them to get the cards out that fit your narrative. And I
Yeah.
love to ask for one more card. Jesus or God or whoever the hell she's asking for a card.
Well,
And she puts the card down. She asks, can I have 4 more cards? You never see the 4 more cards.
or she'll say, "Heavenly Father, 2 more cards, please," and she only says anything about one.
Yeah. Or you don't even see them. And it's like, well, this is not how tarot carding reads. And again, she's going against God,
Yeah.
both of them. Swampy and Twinkie, whatever you want to call her. I don't care. You're being blasphemous.
Well, Big Barbara was saying a prayer yesterday, and she's talking to. I mean, I know you. when you do prayers, you talk to God and stuff like that. But she was talking to him like he was sitting on the couch beside her.
Thank you. Yes. And that's like, that's not how that works, ma'am. I mean,
She's,
God does not tell you to bear false witness.
that's what I told my husband. I said, God's going to get her. I mean, I'm no saint, you know, but I
Girl,
got
me either. But, and I've never claimed to be.
right. But she was on the crap that she was saying yesterday, just like God was sitting on the couch talking to her.
Thank you. And I love that she's like, people are upset, and I won't spoil for later, but people are upset that I'm mentally healthy now. When?
The thing,
When would that be? Because, ma'am, and it's scary now that I'm going on 5 years knowing some of these people.
right. Well, a lot of times when people have mental issues like that, they gravitate towards religion for some reason, and they say God tells me to say this, and no, God does not tell you to say that stuff.
No, they don't. No, and he wouldn't. I
No.
mean, that goes against everything that's written in his scripture.
Well, she thinks because back in the back in the times that there was prophets and stuff like that. Well, she thinks because back then that it means it's okay to do it now. No, that's not how it works. That's not how it works, Big Al.
And it isn't. So yeah, but I won't ruin it for more later. So you guys just need
Yeah.
to pop over around uh oops, I just rejected cookies. Oh well, that's okay. Um I'm
That,
shopping too. I'm multitasking.
that's what
um
she sounds like.
but, but yeah, she wants people to come and she gave people like 5 minutes to come to her live. Ma'am, it was 3 o'clock in the morning. I was sound asleep.
Exactly. That's what she does. She gets on there. She because she knows that
Right.
nobody.
She just wants to bark. She wants to get out there and bark and think it's going to be heard, whatever. Well, this time you left it up just long enough. Thank you, ma'am.
Will see Big Al
So,
of us have either jobs or we have husbands that work, you know, and by the time she's up and around, our husbands have already been at work 6 or 7 hours by the time she gets out of bed.
oh, absolutely. Absolutely. And, I have a household to run. And
Right.
yes, I am semi retired. I mean, the only pet sitting clients I do right now are the ones that are my really good clients that I built up a clientele while I worked because I didn't own the company. I just worked for a gal and, we're licensed and bonded and the whole deal. And now all I have to do, she used to pay for all that. Well, now I just pay for my bonding.
Right.
And so, and it's not, I think it's like $100 a year or whatever. It's not very expensive. And so I still do the clients that I did, for a long time because because you're going into somebody's home
Uh-huh.
and they want to know that you're trustworthy, that you're going to do what you need to do, and you're going to protect their animal, you're going to protect their home. And we did a lot of things. We got your mail, we got your trash can, we did whatever we could. We water your plants if you needed it, just
Yeah.
we did whatever you did. And and I took pride in what I did. So, and no, I don't do it a whole lot anymore, but I still do. And, hubby's busy. He has shit going on. And, because a lot of people, oh, I've never even heard him. I've never even heard him. I think a lot of people have heard him in the
I heard
background
it.
before. Yeah,
Mhm.
I think you have. And I know if we all get on voice and talk, he'll just walk by and go, hello.
Yeah. It was we were on voice, I believe, and he come by and said hello. Yeah.
Right, right. And I think even on one of the last live streams we did, it was at the very end. He came in from doing something and he walked in and I said, shh, he knows if he hears me just talking into my phone, he knows I'm not nuts anymore. He used to wonder, I think. And I think he said something and he was going by and I said, oh, be careful. They're going to hear you and think I'm, you're the invisible husband. So yeah, I mean, and again, what's it to him anyways?
Yeah.
And I am no white knight for Emma, but she tries to, to listen to me. And, she brings her up because she does, she wants to criticize her appearance behind a black screen. You know what? Emma's a reaction channel. There's
Michael.
plenty of people have seen Emma behind the scenes.
Hmm.
And, you know, there's that. So again, you want to wear her skin, Big Al. First, you wanted to wear Munching skin. And now you've moved on and you want to wear Emma's skin. Well, guess what, sweetie? You will never even compare to her ever, ever. So just give it up.
Emma dragged
Give it
her
up.
the other night, though. That was good.
Right. And it was funny too, because here right after that live, I like goes live in the middle of the night, 3 o'clock in the morning, demanding people to come up. Well, she actually went live when Emma was live. And Emma told her, come on up. Come over. Come on up. Here's the link. But she's too big of a pussy to do that.
Yep, she is.
And I'll give it, at least Candy had the balls to go up and let her come up on panel and
Right.
conversate. She did what she always did. She yells and screams over you, just like the piggy does. But, at least, she did it.
Right.
So, the other one, no. There, and that just shows you're weak. And
Mhm.
we know you're weak, and now everybody else knows it too if they've been around longer than 10 minutes. So again, I won't spoil anything else. So yeah.
But well, I'm gonna say a couple more things, and I guess we'll get up here so y'all can rest up for Glory Be and yours live here shortly. But I was just gonna say to Barb, go ahead and pour that, mold that you was gonna make for Baby Yoda and everything. But just remember, I know how to record now, and I got the video where you were saying that you were gonna make stuff with it. And if you keep copyright striking people, I'm just gonna send that to Disney. So there's a warning, Big Barb.
Yeah. And
Copyright somebody else, and I'll send that to Disney.
yep.
And I'll
Yep.
get that to other people, and they can send it to Disney too.
That's right. And
And oh,
nobody else goes real life on these people, but you
right,
know what? The ones that deserve it are gonna get it.
right, right.
I mean, Big Al, who gives a shit about her? I don't. I don't care what she is, where she lives, how she gets there. I could care less. But the ones scamming people, no, 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 no.
Right.
Nope.
And I don't really consider that going in real life, because she's messing with Olaf. She's messing with, Red Road and stuff like that. It's terrible, the stuff she's doing. So you
It
get
is.
back what you're giving out.
It is. And it's
And
it's criminal. As far as I'm concerned, it's criminal what she's doing. And
Parody guy,
and the judges have seen that too.
well, Parody guy, I had the video where she was talking about making Baby Yoda stuff this morning, and I'm just gonna send it to Disney.
So
You can,
which YouTube refused to reverse what parody? I'm kind of lost. Better not be the one that you were talking about as far as the copyright, because that's bullshit.
yeah.
'Cause Olaf's expired.
That's what I was gonna say. Didn't her?
Oh, the name. Well, it wasn't even. That's crazy. I mean, that's all right. YouTube's going to have some stuff too, because people are going to really start, because I know I'm tired of it. So, people are going to, figure out how to get in there and definitely start tagging Team YouTube with some of this stuff and making them look at it a little bit. So,
There's another one out there, if I can find it, where she was talking about taking the LSU tiger and making a diamond painting out of it. Go ahead and do that too, Barb, because
oh,
that's
I remember that one.
hmm
I remember you talking about that one.
we can always send it there too.
Mm-hmm.
And see,
So,
they had to have the proof that you're doing anything, Barb. All I have to do is contact them and tell them, and they'll start watching you. And don't and you can sit and think that I'm blowing smoke up your ass all you want. I'm in tons of crafting groups and stuff like that. People that draw and make things. So I know a little bit about. I don't know everything about trademark copyright, but I know that they watch you. I know
mm-hmm.
that have like Shopify accounts. Those girls on there, some of them were making like jelly roll t-shirts and just different stuff like that. And they started cracking down. And there was girls in there that had thousands of dollars in their shop, And they told them they would not get that money until they took everything that was copyright or trademark out of that shop. And they held
Yep.
it, wouldn't give it to them. And the reason why is in the crafting world that it's getting so heavy is because there's so many people in the crafting world. And it didn't really start it until like COVID and everybody was wanting to make money and stuff like that. That
Right.
everybody got these sublimation printers. And now they're doing what they call DTF, direct to film. And it's like the t-shirts you would buy, like when you went to Myrtle Beach, you can make them like that. I don't have $8,000 to buy on a printer for that, you know. I'll just buy the prints and get somebody else to print them. But so many people got into it and was using the Grinch and, you know, peanuts. The peanuts will get you in a minute. That family will get you. They don't play.
Oh,
Harley
you're right there.
Harley Davidson will get you. I know a girl who she just took and made a sticker for the back of her dad's truck in memory of him, and it was shaped kind of like the Harley Davidson. And they just saw it on the back of her truck. Somebody did. They said,
Wow.
"Yeah." They said, "You go out there. If we see, get it off." Yes. And another lady here in Ohio, she had made her son a Buckeye shirt. It was personal. You know, she made it. She went selling it, but it was on her business page. So
Oh
she
no.
lost her business page
Oh,
and her personal Facebook page.
oh no.
You know, so go ahead, Barb. Sell all the baby Yoda you want because Disney's gonna be watching you. And I'm not playing. I'll send it to them. If you want to be a bitch about striking everybody for copyright or whatever, you don't want people to use your picture, your name, or whatever. Well, Disney don't want you to use their stuff either. Don't be a hypocrite.
Well, exactly, because that's exactly what she is doing. She's being a hypocrite.
Yeah. Hey, Glory B.
Hey, Glory, darling.
So, but just Barb, why don't you just do your crafts and read your Bible and stuff and leave Red Road and the other ones alone?
And the sad thing is, she never will.
No, because she knows if she just does the crafting or reading from the Bible, she only get 2 or 3 people watching. And
Yep, exactly.
that's probably some buddy troll or something watching her.
Oh, that's all she has. I mean, I don't care. It's between their sock accounts because and Citrus said something very interesting that I totally believe is I think that they use these sock accounts and they send messages to other people with them, and they troll, she said something about Yankee Kyle being trolled. Where? I mean, who would troll that kid? He's a nice kid. I've
Right.
never even been to his page.
And then
But she's a
Andre,
liar.
I've never seen anybody bothering him.
No,
That,
I haven't either. And there's actually people in here that are like paying members to him. So, I mean, or if he has a membership, I'm not sure. Maybe I'm getting somebody else confused, but or they mod for him or just whatever. And they're full of shit.
yeah, I think
She
she's obsessed with Red Road. I think she wants to be like her.
I think so too. Yeah, I
Like
think so too. Because come on, who dresses up in Native American regalia unless you're Native American? And she's
that is
Elizabeth Warren has more Native American in her than she does.
well. Listen here. I know you're watching Barb, or you'll listen later. I'll buy you a DNA kit. First of all, show us your DNA.
Yep.
Not something you copied and pasted. Show us. You can show it live. We can figure out how to get it, how you share it on the stream. I don't know how, but you can come up on my panel anytime you want to. We'll figure out how to share it from ancestry.com. I'll pull it up for you and everything.
Yeah, exactly. Because like you have pointed out many times before, you know, you can, and my husband's done the ancestry DNA, and it just tells him, European, where, what parts of Europe you could be from. It doesn't say, it'll just say Native American. It
What it,
doesn't say what tribe.
no, it doesn't. And she tried to say here a while back that there's 3, you can buy, there's 3 how did she say it? 3 memberships, or no, 3 DNA tests that you can get from Ancestry. No, hell, it's not. There's one test you buy. One,
Right.
there's 3 different memberships that you can buy from Ancestry. You can get basic, You can get middle of the road, or you can get the World, where it has everything. Newspaper.com. I used to have that, and I just went to basic because that's all I need right now. But it shows that I'm Native American 1%, and that goes back. I looked it up. It says would have to go back to like my fifth great grandparents. Okay, she's saying, she's got like 8 tribes she's come out of now, or whatever,
Oh,
and
good grief.
right, and that what was it? She said that it was her ninth or 10th great grandfather. Well, from my understanding, from what I've read and researched, is that by the time you get to the ninth or 10th, generation, somewhere along there, the DNA washes out. Because look at it like this: DNA is like this. Get 2 bowls of M&Ms, or a bag of M&Ms. Pour those M&Ms into 2 separate bowls. Pick a handful out of each one. One can be your mom, one can be your dad. They're all going to be different. You see what I'm saying?
Exactly. Yes.
Your sister can go and do, or your brother can go and do the same thing out of that same bowl. It's going to be different. Like my husband, he's got like, what is it? I can't even remember the percentage of Italian in him now, but his brother has less than he does. They got,
Right.
you know. So she doesn't understand how DNA works.
No, she does not. She has absolutely no clue how it works. And, you explained it so well. So I do hope, you come back another time
Oh,
and,
yeah.
and do just a stream about that, because, I was like your little apt pupil behind the scenes going, really tell me more,
Interesting.
because it really is interesting.
Some of it doesn't make sense to me, and then some of it does, but like, I sit here at night and I read, because my husband, he'll watch football or whatever sports is on, and I'm not into it all the time. So I'll miss on, Ancestry or something like that. But no, she don't understand it at all.
No, no, I'm the same way. I'll be sitting here like last night. I wasn't too into the hockey game, but my husband was watching it and stuff, and he was, talking to his friend,
Right.
um, about it back and forth, and I'm like, oh, yeah, cool. Let's I'll kind of listen to the game while you do this, and
Mm.
so he was, watching the game, and I was talking to everybody else, and I think uh, I'm trying to think of who all was live, but I was at a couple different lives because, I was doing that instead. And, I'm sitting in the same room with him and everything, but, hey, we're just doing different stuff. And there's not a thing wrong with that. I think a lot of people do that.
Siri, what
So,
she does is she gets on Ancestry, and I don't know if you've ever been on Ancestry, but people can put their trees on there, and a lot of people will put misinformation on there that will lead to somewhere else. And I think what she's done is she's probably found a tree that somebody else has done, supposedly for her side of the family, and it's most likely wrong, because I was taught when I first started doing Ancestry, don't believe anything that's in a tree that somebody has put on there. Um,
right,
you know, you can believe the stuff that Ancestry puts out, because they get their information from courthouses and stuff like that. Because
right.
there is a marriage certificate for somebody that was married when they were 18 on Ancestry. Jeffrey. Okay. But if I really
Exactly.
could probably order it if I really got down to it, but I'm not. I'm not gonna waste my money on ordering it, because it's no use to me to prove anything. But anyway, she's probably buying. I mean, she's probably just getting somebody's tree and just copying information and goes there. Because you know what? I'll be honest with you. When I first started Ancestry, I did the same thing.
Right.
You know, and then I was taught, don't believe the trees. Also, back up anything you come up with. Back it up with proof, not just hearsay. Not just hearsay. On this tree, you need paper documents. You know.
Exactly. Exactly.
hmm You
It's
need.
called proof. It's
You
called
know,
proof.
what got me is, where she said back in the 60s. What was it she said? They didn't have paperwork. The hospital didn't keep paperwork for something that happened to her. I don't remember what it was, because so much has happened to her. They ain't got that paperwork. That was in the 60s. But yet you claim they had paperwork back in the 500s. but they don't have
Exactly.
these. Come on, come on.
I know. And that's just another, it's so easily proven that it's not true.
Right. You can't. I don't think there's. I may be wrong, but I just don't think there's no way unless her relatives just got around. She ain't gonna be related to 9 Indian tribes. Maybe.
Well, now you wish. You never know.
You
I
know.
mean, we've heard stories already. Maybe she did get around that much. Who knows? I'm not saying. Oh no.
I'm trying to figure out how was she adopted if those two people were her real parents?
Well, I know because at first they're adopted, then they're their real parents.
What?
It's like, would you please make up your fucking mind? But it's whatever suited the narrative that day.
Right, right, yeah. But anyway, people, we've been over
Well,
here.
thank you for coming on and explaining copyright.
No, thank you for coming up. It felt easier with you up here. Yeah,
Oh, well, I don't care. You know me. My mouth gets around me too. Oh, I know. Like Michael said, don't forget she's a descendant of Muhammad and Koshi.
right. Well,
Oh no. But see, look, you did this for over like an hour and 20 minutes. Look
no,
at you.
yeah, I
So
but anyway, thanks everybody for coming up and listening to us talk about everything.
yeah, we covered the gamut. Hey, it's fun though.
I'm going to try to go live a lot more and maybe alternate. Sometimes if Lloyd B doesn't want to go live and you want to talk or something, we can go on mine and you can talk, say whatever you got to say, or somebody else wants to, you know. And,
Awesome. That would be fun. Yeah, it's always fun to get out here and and just like we talked a little bit of smack today, but we just shot some shit and did whatever, and it was fun.
yeah,
We hopefully gave some people some information that they needed so desperately
yeah,
about copyright and a
right.
little dabble of ancestry. And I do really want you to come back and do some more of the ancestry because
Oh,
I
yeah.
was like when you talked about that a little while ago, everybody was busy and you were just recovering from stuff and you
Mhm.
didn't have time to really do it. But you come on live and explain how some of that works because you
Yeah,
were really explaining it very easily to understand.
yeah. I just like to use the M&M's thing because that's the easiest way to explain it, you know.
Well, you were doing a good job behind the scenes of how that was kind of working. So, go back and reread some of your notes and
Yep.
go from there. But yeah, it would be that would be a great live stream. That would be very interesting for a lot of people.
Okay, well, everybody, we'll see you over at Glory B and Kate's here.
Yes, give those babies hugs for me.
Well, thank you for coming up, everyone.
Okay, see you later, everybody. Thanks for coming.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.